Assalamualaikum and good day to everyone. I'm Nabil, and today I'll be presenting my research entitled Comorbidity Status of Deceased COVID-19 Patients in Malaysia. Previous research has shown that comorbidity has a significant impact on COVID-19 patients' condition. Not only does it raise the risk of infection, but it also exposes the patients to serious adverse outcome after being infected by COVID-19. Non-communicable disease or NCD is the most prevalent comorbidity in COVID-19. However, the impact of comorbidities on COVID-19 is limitedly discussed to point out the correlation of comorbidities and COVID-19. Therefore, the study is conducted to analyze the distribution of comorbidity among deceased COVID-19 patients in Malaysia. The finding of this study could help in understanding the impact of comorbidity in COVID-19 disease, thus signals the need for a proper and well-established management of COVID-19 patients with comorbidity. This will subsequently decrease the risk of mortality of COVID-19 patients. This study is conducted from October 2021 until March 2022. And this is the secondary data of COVID-19, which was taken from the Ministry of Health, the official website of Ministry of Health. And from there, analysis was done to determine the prevalence of comorbidity among deceased COVID-19 patients in Malaysia. Out of 471 deceased patients, 106 or 22.5% of them had no comorbid background, while the rest, which is 365 patients or 77.5% of them had comorbid background. And from 365 patients with comorbidity, most of them had hypertension, and this accounts about 52.23%. And this is followed by diabetes, which account 36.73%. And then followed by heart disease or cardiovascular disease, 15.29%, and then kidney disease, which is 13.59%, and then dyslipidemia, 10.4%, cancer, 3.61%, asthma, 2.97%, and the last one, COPD, 1.7%. Based on the results, you can see most of the patients had these three comorbidities: diabetes, hypertension, and cardiovascular disease. There are two types of diabetes, type 1 and type 2. Diabetic individuals have higher rate of morbidity and mortality, where the body is unable to create enough insulin, which is a hormone that aids in the transport of glucose into cells for energy. Glucose level eventually builds up in the blood, or in other words, it increases the level of glucose in the blood. The higher the blood glucose level, the greater the chance of infection, according to Das et al. in 2020. What about hypertension? It starts with high blood pressure, and this high blood pressure causes artery damage and limits blood supply to the heart. The higher the blood pressure, the higher the risk of developing other health issues. Extra effort from heart to pump sufficient blood will weaken the heart over time, causing it to be unable to pump as much oxygen-rich blood to body. Once the virus, or in this case, COVID-19 virus has entered the body, it may cause an immune system overreaction, resulting in a cytokine storm. Cardiovascular disease. COVID-19 virus infection causes direct damage to the heart, leading to myocarditis or an inflammation of the heart muscle. COVID-19 virus may increase the risk of forming an artery plaque. These eventually could lead to symptoms of heart disease according to Feldman 2021. And you may wonder how comorbidities or diseases could facilitate COVID-19 progression. This is the reason. The presence of disease actually alters topology of molecular interaction. Interaction of SARS-CoV-2 with healthy cells differ from disease cells, and this results in variety effects on humans' body. A human disease linked by gene mutation, and if two diseases share same functional genes, the pre-existing disease can enhance development of another disease, according to DAS in 2021. Based on the results that we see, we can say that comorbidity does give serious adverse outcome to COVID-19. There is high prevalence of comorbidity in disease COVID-19 patients in Malaysia, and this account about 77.5%. And therefore, the society need to control the glycemic level by maintaining a healthy diet. This can be done by choosing sufficient protein, fiber, and saturated fat in daily nourishment. The society should be educated accordingly about COVID-19 prevention as well as self-hygiene. The society also need to be aware of themselves and their condition, especially where they has been confirmed to be contracted with COVID-19 infection. And proper management of COVID-19 patients with comorbidity should be carefully practiced. Hopefully, all of the information given will benefit all of us. Thank you very much.